I've asked this question several times. That is definitely the most detailed answer I've ever gotten to that. That's brilliant. Do you consume usually PDFs, Kindle, or audiobooks? Is there a way you like to read? I'm always interested in when people are voracious readers, like how they go through them.
Yeah. Well, so I speed read, so I read pretty fast. And so I'll read a book pretty fast. Then I will read it a second time if it's worthy of it, and I will highlight. And generally, when I highlight, I over highlight. Basically, I am not highlighting the fat. So, but I am highlighting a lot of it. And then from there, those highlights will go into my Evernote. And then from there, I will do something that I learned from Tiago Fort, which is called progressive summarization. And so the first time I go through a note of my Evernote, anything that I feel is important. Now, the only thing that made it in there is everything I highlighted from the book. So I'm already working with, a less than what I started with. When I read the note in Evernote, I will bold whatever I think is important. And then next time I come across that note, if I want to take it further, then I will look at everything I bolded and I will highlight what I feel is most important of the bolded, right? And so now I'm left with some parts that I feel are much more important. And then generally I'll take everything that I highlighted that had been bolded, and that actually goes to the top as bullet points. And if there's a lot of them, I might go through it again and bold what I think is important, then highlight what I think is most important of the bolded. And so it's this progressive, every time I touch a note, it becomes worth more to me. And I know how many times I've touched it based on how much processing has been done on it. Then I also take the notes, and that goes back in as an EPUB into my my iPad, and it goes into two different apps. One is Quick Reader, where I speed read my notes. And so that I can read at 2,000, 3,000 words a minute. And it goes into another app called Voice Dream, DREAM. And that can read to you a PDF or EPUB at about, I think the height is 700 words a minute, which you can understand if you have earphones in, but it also paces. So it's, those are I have like a pretty built out process for reading.
That's
Just
amazing.
because I've been doing it for a long time. I actually did a video on it on my YouTube channel, which has always been not a serious focus of mine, but probably the one I have the most views on, which is still nothing crazy. I think it's like 50,000 views or something, was my reading process before the Kindle and everything else. Cause I just used to actually read the book, highlight it, then we had a guillotine in my office where we would chop the book and then scan the whole book. And then everything I highlighted would be cut and pasted out by someone in the Philippines.
That's
But
incredible.
we do it a little bit easier now.
I've asked this question several times. That is definitely the most detailed answer I've ever gotten to that. That's brilliant.